There was stuff going online that Teofimo said that he sent the contract out. Did Teofimo with you send a contract to Devin Haney?
No, okay. Don't be silly.
I just wanted to confirm, Teofimo and you and Teofimo Lopez and the Lopez family did not send a offer sheet or a contract over to Devin Haney's team, correct?
We didn't send an offer sheet to Devin Haney or to any other fighter in the world. There was no offer sheet that goes out. The Teofimo family doesn't send out offer sheets. I mean, we make the proposal as the promoter.
Right. So he was just
captain with them and so. But again, there was no offer sheet sent out to anybody up for the fighter. If isn't up for the fight, I'm nowhere. And with the fighter, I'm only going to put him in a fight that I believe that he can win. Right. So I don't know how to answer that question.
Did you say you would only put your fighter in a position in a fight where he can win?
Where I believe he could win. Yeah, I don't put a fighter in where he has no chance and he's just in there for a payday for me and him. I don't do that.
So is it more about how you
I don't put a fight out. That again goes back to Leonard Ellaby. What he was trying to say. It's risk reward.
Right. So if you were in a situation where you felt like, I'm going to just use hypotheticals. If you thought that Devin Haney was a bad matchup for Teofimo Lopez, in essence, you wouldn't make that fight because you didn't want to put Teofimo in a situation where you felt like he couldn't win. Is that what I'm hearing?
Only if, I mean, you sometimes make a fight because if let's say the fighter has a 40% chance of winning. So he's like, in your mind, an underdog. If the reward is great, you make that fight. It's risk reward. What we're talking about now is making the fight in Australia with Cambosa, which is the IBF mandatory. Teofimo has a mandatory fight against this Australian kid Cambosa. And the people in Australia are sending us a proposal at the end of the week to do that fight in Australia, probably in May.
I wanted to hear it. The end of April, beginning of May is my fight day. Well, my fight month. Guess who? We're in the works of it. We're going to throw contracts at Devin. We're going to throw contracts at Cambosis. Whatever we get back with, as long as we find a medium, we all agree on the terms, then that's your fight. They're all going to know. Why you think Devin said April? Everything's already falling into place, ladies and gents. Y'all just got to wait. Y'all so impatient. It's going to come. All of it's going to come.
You know, they always say, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And at this moment in time, if you still believe Teofimo Lopez at this moment in time when it comes to the Devin Haney fight, then you got to be a fool. I can't even give Teofimo the benefit of the doubt without him turning around, making me look like a fool for giving him the benefit of the doubt. So Teofimo recently went on his live and he claimed he's going to send both Devin Haney and Cambosis a contract in order to fight next. Now, I told you guys, that sounded fishy. But I gave Teofimo the benefit of the doubt. And a lot of you guys in the comment section were telling me, Akhi, you know Teofimo is just going to make you look like a fool the moment you start believing Teofimo. Because the man misinformed the public on more than one occasion. Even Teofimo, own promoter, called him a liar pretty much, as Teofimo was claiming he's going to send Devin Haney a contract Bob Arum came out and killed the whole notion by stating he did not send Devin Haney a contract, and he will not send Devin Haney a contract. The talks of the Devin Haney fight is absolutely ridiculous because Teofimo is not even in charge to send contracts. Bob Arum also reconfirmed that the next fight for Teofimo is compulsory, as they have been negotiating for months now. In other words, he called Teofimo a liar for claiming he was going to send Devin Haney a contract. In other words, to the Teofimo fans, is Bob hating on Teofimo? I really want to know, since reporting the facts with receipts is hating to you decafs, since you decafs can't accept the truth. Therefore, is Bob Arum, Teofimo promoter, hating on his own fighter? Since both Teo and Bob are on two different pages in two different books. Furthermore, when it comes to Teofimo Lopez, I'm afraid this is not Teofimo's first horizon at the capping table. This is not his first time misinforming the public. This is just another day in the office. I mean, Teofimo, he been claiming he was undisputed since he beat Lomachenko till this day, when we all know, including Teo, that he's only unified. However, Teofimo want to be like Devin Haney so bad, he emailed the WBC and requested a French fries belt, a witness protection belt, a WBC franchise belt to put it around his waist. The man got a WBC watch to keep up with Devin Haney, and he even got his father a WBC belt. Now think about it. Why are you claiming the belt that you do not have more than any of your other belts that you actually have? That's like me having 3 different cars, but I want a Ferrari so bad. However, I do not have one. But luckily, my neighbor across the street does. So I borrowed his to pick up this girl. And I claim that the car is mine to impress everybody. That's exactly Teofimo. Even when Teofimo met Mike Tyson, he brought Devin Haney duplicate belt with him. At this moment in time, I wouldn't be too surprised if Teofimo lock screen on his phone is a photo of Devin Haney. I mean, with all the respect, if you want to be like Devin Haney so bad, you got a WBC watch, a French fries belt, a top rank duplicate WBC belt, so on and so forth. If you want that green strap so bad, then fight Devin Haney for it and achieve your dream to becoming undisputed by facing the dream himself, Devin Haney, to be truly the takeover instead of changing over to taking parts. Like I said before, Teofimo should be proud of his own accomplishments. If I bought 3 cars, I'm gonna be comfortable with what's mine. I'm not gonna claim someone else's toys just to feel better about myself. That's what Teofimo is doing. He also misinformed the public when he claimed everybody is ducking Lomachenko, when Teofimo know better than I do, because he even met Devin Haney personally and they both talked about the Lomachenko fight, how he's not all of that. So Teo knows personally what Lomachenko did to Devin Haney was the exact same thing Riddick Bowe did to Lennox Lewis back in the day. For the people that don't know, at the time, Riddick Bowe wanted no part of Lennox Lewis. He threw that WBC to the trash when they were forcing him to fight his mandatory Lennox Lewis. That's exactly what Lomachenko did. He surrendered his WBC belt and was stripped of his title. But obviously, since he got the complexion for the protection, in order to save face, they brought the WBC Witness Protection Program, the French fries belt, in order to save face. So when Teofimo says things like, nobody wanted to fight Lomachenko, when Shakur was calling out Lomachenko, Devin Haney was bullying Lomachenko. Matter of fact, he changed his last name to Lomachenko. Teofimo was also disrespecting Lomachenko. However, Teo want us to believe that nobody wanted to fight Lomachenko, when the whole world knew these three guys I just mentioned was on Lomachenko's neck. Matter of fact, Teo know this better than I do, because he also applied for that witness protection program. And we call it the WBC witness protection because these fighters literally pay money for that French fries belt, because that witness protection program ain't free. So just like Lomachenko, just like Canelo, Teofimo emailed the WBC and requested a title through email in order to avoid Devin Haney. He paid for this witness protection. It's all part of the plan. Then fast forward a couple months later, Teofimo started claiming he's going to fight Devin, and he sent him a contract, in which Bob Arum came out and debunked that notion, claiming that's a lie. So how can we believe a person that continues to lie directly to our faces too? It's very disappointing, to say the least, especially coming from one of my favorite fighters. This man went from the takeover to supposedly being the second coming of Duran, the second coming of the Prince, to now being officially known as Keith Thurman / Gary Russell 2.0. It's really sad that Teofimo went out like that. He did not even enjoy bluffing. See, when it came to Gary Russell, he at least enjoyed bluffing for a little while, since he did not have a Bob Arum that contradicted what he was saying, until eventually the truth came out, in which Devin Haney caught Gary Russell doing some express bluffing. Now, would you believe the Teofimo situation is even worse? Because unlike Gary Russell, Teofimo is actually in Devin Haney's own division. They one fight removed from undisputed. Teofimo's nickname is the Takeover. If that's not enough, his dream is to become undisputed, which is Devin Haney's nickname. However, it's not about the title. It's not about the belt. It's who's holding the belt. So Teofimo has no excuses, especially when he voluntarily said, "I'll fight Devin Haney next." But like I said before, Gary Russell, he enjoyed bluffing for a while. However, Teofimo did not even enjoy bluffing, because Bob Arum caught him bluffing. Therefore, is Bob Arum hating on Teofimo? We already know when Teofimo saw Eddie Hearn, he asked him for $10 million, in which Eddie said, "How much? 10 million? You think we asking you to fight Mike Tyson or something?" So we have Teofimo accusing Devin Haney of possibly overpricing himself. And the moment he sees Eddie, he asked for $10 million. I kid you not. Now, how hypocritical is that? Even though Devin Haney was paid more than twice as much as Teo did his last fight, you will never see Devin go around asking for $10 million. Matter of fact, Devin said, it don't matter if Teo is the A side or the B side. He still can't get it. He just want to make the fight happen. If he the A side, he's going to lose. If he's the B side, he's still going to lose. On the other hand, Eddie Hearn revealed when he was negotiating with Teo Jr. and Sr., Eddie proposed $5 million. However, they wanted $10 million. Not for both fighters now, just for Teo alone. So let that sink in. At this moment in time, if Teo does not fight Devin Haney, then he is not a real champion, because we only holding you to your own words. Teo promised the fans he's going to fight Devin. He lied to the fans. Teo said he's going to send Devin a contract. He also lied. Facts say Teofimo lied. Therefore, to all you decafs out there, to all you emotional but hurt decafs, that's not hating. That's not having a narrative. That's just the truth. The narrative is the truth, you dummy. Excuse my language, but that goes to all of the decafs that can't handle the truth. But over here, you're only going to hear the truth, not what you want to hear personally in order to please your ego. Because there's always facts over emotion. And Akhi always put the whole absolute truth together like puzzle every single time. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't. And listen to these decafs, the dumb casual ass fans / old media that don't know shit about boxing. Word to Roger Mayweather, may he rest in peace, inshallah. Shout out to my broski, my Akhi Dante, for being the entrepreneur of new media that I'm a part of. Also, in the description box below, check out the interview that Barbershop had with Bob Arum. It was a great interview. Click on the notification bell if you want to get notified every time I post or go live. On Split Decision is a boxing debate / talk show, mixed, master, engineered, produced by yours truly, Akhi, the past, present, and future undisputed pound for pound when it comes to debating. I got these decafs shook. They scared to look every time Akhi's on TV because the truth is always bad news for these decafs. The truth happened to be their kryptonite. If you don't believe me, that's why you don't see these decafs calling in. This is a direct challenge to all you decafs, old media, the trolls you guys listen to, and all of the above. Call in. Akhi's more than 1,000-0. And I challenge any of you to call in order to debate. You guys know what time it is. The truth is undefeated. That's why Akhi's undefeated. And I got these decafs shook. They don't have no cojones to call in. 1 trillion of you decafs can't hold me back. Subscribe, click on the notification bell, and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and we out here.